to give a very warm welcome to our Australian casting team, Mavs and Monk. Good
hey, what's
morning.
going on, Chilia? Yeah, what's going on? Thanks for that, boys. Lovely stuff, and that was a good match. But yeah, it is me, Monk, and Mavs to bring you guys New Zealand and Denmark, the losers bracket match of the weekend, or one of them. Both these teams putting up a pretty good fight in their respective matches last week, but you know, you're versing France and you're versing UK. It's a pretty tough opponent. See what we can do here.
Yeah, how's it going, Monk? Thank you for that beautiful introduction, Chilia. Yeah, let's get into this match. New Zealand versus Denmark. This is actually seed number 24, being Denmark, going up against seed number 25 here. So on paper, a very close matchup. And yeah, I think one of the matches that a lot of people are looking forward to. I mean, I'm just having a look at some of the results here from last week's maps, and you know, it's a bit back and forth on a lot of different maps. And I think there's some clear strengths for New Zealand, some clear strengths for Denmark going into this match. And we're gonna have to see, I guess, what the bans are gonna be, because I'm not really sure, but it looks like they're already out, and it's gonna be Hidden 2 from Denmark, I believe, yeah, and the Hard Rock 2 out from New Zealand. So
yeah, no, interesting bans there. It's worth noting that I guess this is the match that everyone's pick'ems could get flipped on, because this is such a close, on paper, like you said before, it's such a close match. It can really go to anyone. Denmark, a very veteran team, you know, they've got a lot of older players as well, but New Zealand, you know, sometimes they make OWC, sometimes they don't make the cutoff, and really looking to prove themselves this year with, you know, some notorious 2 digits on their roster now, Zuma, and a lot of improvement on that side.
yeah, and it's gonna be the Hard Rock 1 out first from Denmark, actually. I'm gonna be picking straight into that aim consistency. This map, in my opinion, may be a controversial take, but probably one of the harder maps in the pool, not because of its raw mechanic difficulty or its complexity, but just because of the fact of how damn consistent you need to be to get a high combo on this map. It just doesn't let up almost the entire time. So keen to see how these players handle it.
You can get like 800 combo, and then all of a sudden your score's only 400k, and 800 combo feels like such a long time, but it's just what it takes to, you know, be at the top. It's a 4-minute map, and this is one of those maps that a lot of OWC players in their past would, you know, come and seen and given it a try, and it is one of those, you know, very generic maps. It's just so long, and it is really test the consistency and the mental for it. We'll have to see what the rosters are for these ones. I'm expecting to see Short Potato and Psyq Zuma on a lot of these maps here, especially on these Hard Rock ones. We've got Yoon, my beloved, who is someone I haven't really seen in the tournament scene all too much of. But he must be a new player on the side of New Zealand.
Yeah, actually a DT specialist as far as I know, but going to be in for the Hard Rock 1 here, so seems to be kind of jumping in for those maybe raw aim maps as well, but for the most part DT specialist, and played pretty well last week on those DT picks.
We have on our stat sheet here, we can see that New Zealand actually beating out Denmark on last week's Hard Rock 1 by, you know, quite a bit. 300k is not a lot. I'm not too sure if that's it looks like maybe the 4th player DC'd in that match. There's only 3 scores there, but we'll have to see. New Zealand didn't have a single FC on their Hard Rock 1, and their top score was 678k, so you never know. Looking for IMville to pop off here, and Psyq for the side of New Zealand.
Yeah, I mean, interesting pick straight out of the gate from Denmark, to be honest, because, I mean, looking at qualifiers, New Zealand, they did considerably better on the Hard Rock 1, and that's, you know, a little bit more along the lines of this map, a little more complex, but last week's Hard Rock, very different from this type of Hard Rock, so...
Yep, and Denmark's off to a pretty rough start with 2 players missing on the intro. A lot of players under 95% as well. On the side of New Zealand, they all look so comfortable. It's just a nice 98s out of the intro. And it really isn't going to tell too much, as it is one of those really long maps. But Van der Beek finding his 2nd break of the map already now. Yeah, I've got to say, New Zealand getting through that intro with 4 FCs. You got to check the scores, and you got to be feeling confident when the whole team's rocking the full combo.
Yeah, getting through that intro there, it's just a big sigh of relief, I think, for New Zealand, especially seeing the scores. Such a good spot for a break for them, as we will approach the first diff spike very shortly here into the first KI.
Yep, not only does that combo put a lot of pressure on the enemy team from New Zealand, but it gives you so much confidence when you know you've got your whole team supporting you, and this isn't even their pick, so a lot of confidence to be gained from that first break. It means a lot. See what if Denmark can bounce back from these early misses. Oh, Vanderbeek finding his third break of the map now. They're struggling quite a bit.
This part just makes you nervous, man, the song. It's just the build-up.
Yep, it's awesome, and it's so notorious, that square jump practice map that we've all played a million times.
Yeah. Same background.
Yep.
Into the first ki though. What is this performance from New Zealand right now? They're all hitting this. This is just a four-way.
Yeah, this is a great start, and Catburger being one of the only FCs left for Denmark is going to miss, so it is just Ironville who was their top performer from last week's Hard Rock. But on the side of New Zealand, they're kind of just running away with this as we're getting halfway through, and Vanderbeek finding yet another break. Toilet paper's down, so it's just Ironville, Short Potato New Zealand will finally find their first break. But look at everyone on the side of New Zealand, all above 98%, and you've got Zuma just under, but that break there will surely do it. The confidence being gained, it's really got to be Ironville to be the only one left. Everyone else would have to break.
Oh, this would be a way to kick off the match. Instantly into a break point for New Zealand. Three-weighing right now, looking good. It's just Ironville, the only one in between New Zealand and this first break point. But he's not even on an FC.
No, he has broken. Didn't notice that before, but Catburger and Zuma as well, resetting that combo. So still heavy advantage on the side of New Zealand as they're about a 400k lead. It's looking almost all but over for the side of Denmark here.
Yeah,
the consistency
I think
too, like
yeah,
New Zealand just looking so solid. I think there's only been about 2 misses between the whole team, and on the side of Denmark it's probably about 10-15, and Short Potato joining that non-FC club of Yoon, and Saiku putting up amazing performances on this first map. 99 FC on this end, and yeah, if they could pull off these 2 99s, you're setting yourself up for some success.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, right? Like, New Zealand considerably better scores in that qualifiers Hard Rock 1, which is more along the lines of this map, and they had relatively similar scores on last week's Hard Rock 1, which, I mean, it was a very different map, albeit, but, you know, it didn't seem like a first pick was the play for Denmark, and as you can see, New Zealand going crazy on this 4-minute, just brutal aim consistency map. Still got the double FC in hand.
Such a booster for the... and Saiku's going to drop that FC, unfortunately, but that's definitely going to be point to New Zealand. As they're going to get about a 3 million team score on a map like this is a very good sign for what they've got to show for us. But and no FCs, so it is just going to be Ironville didn't even FC, so there's going to be no FCs on this Hard Rock 1, but it's just one of those maps, you know, it's 4 minutes, it's so long, but to put 3 million on a map like that, very good stuff from New Zealand.
Yeah, beautiful performance from Saiku and Yoon, my beloved there. Zuma with the S rank, very unfortunate. One slider break, I believe, but yeah, big team performance from New Zealand. That's gonna boost the confidence a lot going into their first pick here. And if they can secure an early pick themselves, it's gonna put them in a pretty commanding position. A nice 2-0 lead early on. Yeah,
and that was a break point, so the confidence on the side of New Zealand's just got to be so high. You got to feel really good about stealing your first opponent's pick. Especially if it was one you weren't too confident on yourself, but it could have just been one of those maps where they were going to pick it next. You never really know.
Yeah, I feel like if Hard Rock 1 was left open, I actually could have seen New Zealand maybe a little bit later into the match, opting into that Hard Rock 1. So, yeah, like I said, again, a bit surprised with that first pick from Denmark, and doesn't go their way, unfortunately. We're going to probably have to see a pivot from them moving into these next maps.
I'm pretty sure that's a Hard Rock ban from New Zealand because they banned Hard Rock 2. So it looks like Denmark were kind of dipping into that strategy of, hey, they might not be so comfortable on the Hard Rock. And now New Zealand taking the opposite approach where how is this free mod with the hidden and the Hard Rock? What would you say about this free mod?
This is obviously the speed map for the week. What was once known as our No Mod 5 slot, going to be moving into that free mod 2 slot here. And yeah, as far as mods go, this one is decently comfortable on the Hard Rock just because of that CS 3.8, and relatively comfortable with no mod because, you know, such a high AR at 9.7. So, you know, hidden players, I think, may be finding some struggles on this one, but for the most part, it's pretty, you know, there's not really a mod that's going to make this one way more difficult brutal. It's just the map itself that's brutal, and the ending has some ridiculous sliders. It's that kind of speed map where it's a bit techy, and you can just find slider breaks on buzz sliders kind of anywhere. So
I see.
Maybe a nerve map.
Yeah, it looks like New Zealand's going to keep the same roster, and they haven't made any swaps yet. Inside of Denmark, I think they swapped out. They did swap out Catburger for a second, but it looks like he's come back in. Maybe just checking to see if he's warmed up enough for this sort of BPM, and Pole is going to be making his appearance here. On the side of New Zealand, looks like no one really leaving. They feel confident with this roster, they feel good, and I got to say I like the strategy.
Yeah, I think speed was the clear pick for New Zealand here after looking at the round of 32 stats on that DT3 on the Senya map last week. Denmark getting about 2.2 million and New Zealand beating it by over 1 million score. They got 3.25 million on that Senya map last week, so straight into the speed for them, and I think this is a good strategy to go into the match with.
And it's worth noting as well, New Zealand versus Denmark, opposite sides of the world entirely, so you never really, it's going to be night and day for both of these teams, and for New Zealand it's got to be 7 p.m, 8 p.m, so it's got to be prime time for New Zealand to play some OWC.
Yeah, as far as I know, I think New Zealand, yeah, they've got like a prime time, like you said. I think Denmark, accepting a little bit of a unfortunate maybe scheduled time for them. It seems like, I don't recall exactly when they're playing, but I don't believe it is the best of times for them to be playing a match. But who knows? Perhaps they have some wonky sleep schedules.
Yep, just that Sunday morning for them, as it is Sunday evening for the New Zealand team, one of the most advanced in time zones in the world. But we're off to the start, and so far it's a better start from the side of Denmark. No early breaks on the side of their team, and they're going to be rocking one hidden hard rock. No hidden hard rock on the side of New Zealand. Short Potato finding his first miss. Catburger will match. The hidden is struggling a little bit on the side of Denmark. The Zoomer just looks so comfortable on a map like this, that high 99 with the hidden.
Yeah, I think Zuma is going to be looking really comfortable with that hidden for New Zealand. And on the Overmod side of things, it's just Iron Bill with that comfort hidden and the hard rock, but Psyche finding a drop, yeah.
Iron Bill full 100 at that burst. He's dropped his act down to 91. But to just FC that with the hidden hard rock means so much. Catburger's going to find his second miss, and Short Potato following suit. So it's just Yoon and Zuma on the side of New Zealand. Matching them is Pole, Toilet, and Iron Bill. Advantage to the side of Denmark right now.
This accuracy from Iron Bill, though, it's not going to be doing them any favors. But those breaks are...
Everyone on the side of New Zealand has broken their combo, and it's just Denmark running away with this. It looks like it's going to be another break point. Everyone's broken now. It's just Pole on the side of Denmark with the no mod. It's only half of the map, and they're about 120k apart, so it's still anyone's game, especially if Pole breaks. New Zealand can definitely take this one back. The accuracy about dead even on the side of everyone, considering Bill has that hidden hard rock. Still a much higher score than... Yep, that's not where you want it. Definitely.
That's not where you want it.
A bit of slow part here before it ramps up again.
The pressure on Pole right now. He knows he needs to hold on for Denmark. It's single drop, like anytime soon could spell disaster for Denmark.
Second highest combo, and Zuma's gonna miss. Short Potato following suit, so it really is just Yoon and Psyche. We're gonna have to see a break from Pole and Cat, pretty much the whole side of Denmark if they're gonna slow this down, but complete advantage on the side of Denmark as Pole really got him through that middle section there. This map thumps hard. Let's find that slider break. Denmark's about 300k up, and Catburger's caught up to a 750 combo now. He can kind of reassure his team that he's got the back of Pole.
Toilet Player and Catburger here. Iron Bill dropping that supporting combo, so it's just two combos to two, really. Zuma and Short Potato do have slight supporting combos as well, but it's pretty even. Denmark should have enough to hold on.
Advantage. The advantage might be on the side of New Zealand if they can maintain, because of the accuracy on the side of Iron Bill. His score is going to be quite low. If Short Potato can maintain this combo, maybe a break from Catburger to the hope, but... Oh, that will do it.
Slow slider.
Maybe if it caught everyone on the side of Denmark. Oh god, that it could come down to it.
Yeah, this ending.
Catburger is freaking the ending. So is Yoon and Zuma, but it's not going to be enough. Catburger holding off the side of New Zealand. An assist from Pole there, and all the scores on this very mid with sort of two low scores. Zuma's going to be racking up that S rank. and Vil will be the only one with the B rank there, but it's going to be a breakpoint for Denmark, and now we're 1-1 apiece, and it might just be one of those matches, Mavs. You never win your own pick.
I think it could be. It could be one of those matches where we just see like 5 breakpoints in a row. But I will say a bit of an unfortunate, I think, performance from New Zealand. I think they were definitely expecting to put up better scores than that. But that's kind of how it goes sometimes when you pick into like a speed map that's maybe not just raw speed. It's got some other elements in it, you know. Yeah, a lot of buzz sliders, a lot of techie elements, a lot of aim in it as well. So, you know, catching the players on New Zealand off guard. And unfortunate for Zuma, going to be copping his second S rank of the match. 2 slider breaks, I believe, so far for him. So, yeah, very unfortunate.
Too bad. But what are we doing if we're Denmark here now? We tried the Hard Rock 1. Maybe we were just trying Hard Rock 1 to poke at New Zealand's weaknesses a little bit. Not really feeling picking what we were comfortable with. A different strategy indeed. So they might mix it up here and go with something they're a bit more comfortable on us for. But we can only, you know, try and guess at what their train of thought is with these picks. We don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Denmark doesn't think of pivoting into speed after that one, because I still don't think after that free mod 2 it would be a good shout. And aim is a little bit, you know, do you really want to go into aim after that Hard Rock 1 performance? So, you know, maybe the hidden one though? I don't know. Maybe the hidden one would be an okay shout, even though it is aim, just because the hidden 2 ban from me. Oh no, that was from Denmark. Excuse me. I'll take that back. Never mind. They should not pick a hidden one at all. Thought that was the New Zealand ban. But
they might.
Maybe there's no
we never know. That hidden one is.
Oh, they could.
Oh, you cannot be rolling. They're surely not rolling for picks, so you'd love to see it. But now every team coming into OWC fully prepared. This is, of course, the tournament that you practice for. You know, some players here and there, they don't practice pools, but OWC is certainly the one tournament everyone puts in maximum effort. You'd hope so, at least. It looks like they've gone with the free mod 1. This was, I believe this was in a Corsace a long time ago, maybe a perennial, I'm not too sure. But this is such a banger map.
Yeah, this is a great map, LMT map. Very, very fun to play. But one of the easier maps in the pool, I'd say. You know, probably this map, maybe alongside something like DT1. Definitely one of the easier maps in the pool. The mods, I think, being quite hidden favored. Hidden not making this map a whole lot harder, so wouldn't be surprised to see some overmods here. Hard Rock, on the other hand, I don't expect to see a double Hard Rock from either of these teams.
Maybe a hidden Hard Rock from Vil again. He did rock that hidden Hard Rock on the last map, but a completely different free mod indeed. This is the more intense reading aspect of the free mod. It's going to challenge that hidden reading, and it's really going to test your precision on the Hard Rock.
Yeah, kind of just your low BPM streams and aim control in this kind of map, and testing, you know, those players who can act low BPM quite well. And there's one diff spike in this map as well.
And Bus stepping in on the side of New Zealand. No other roster changes. Looks like it's just been Yoon who's been subbed out there. And on the side of Denmark, it's Zezus coming in. I love that name. Zezus coming in for this one here. He was one of their players in their DT lineup. So I haven't really seen him on the free mods yet. Love to see what he can do.
Yeah, I think Bus coming in from New Zealand, they're probably going to be rocking that hidden for them. No,
gonna be Zuma with the hidden. Yep, Zuma is definitely one of those players who enjoys that hidden modification. Saiku, the only Hard Rock, and a double hidden Hard Rock on the side of Denmark with a hidden. So they're definitely looking to stack the mods in their favor. We'll see if it pays off. Historically, you see usually the teams that rock the no mods doing a little bit better, just on an average, but you never know.
I'm quite surprised, not to see an overmod here from New Zealand, but perhaps a safe bet for them, considering this is a Denmark pick. So, you know, Denmark might fumble on that overmod, especially with the double Hard Rock. Definitely makes this map considerably more difficult. As you can see, Pole finding a big chain miss on that stream early on, and a couple breaks early is easy to roll on Saiku. Yeah.
And it really is just Saiku on the side of New Zealand that's kind of struggling a bit. Everyone else is sporting such nice accuracy, and Catburger rocking the SS, the only one with high ac on the side of Denmark. Considering Jesus' break, Ironville on that hidden Hard Rock though. They can rack up a lot of score with both hidden Hard Rocks.
And there's those 1-6 patterns right there. Actually not catching anyone off guard. Couple of them in this map all throughout.
Everyone looking pretty comfortable on the map so far. Emerald Bus is going to break on that repeat slider. A terrible spot to break right before these streams. These streams can definitely catch you off guard. But it's only going to be Emerald Bus breaking. Everyone else is kind of holding and definitely favor a team advantage to the side of Denmark. Looks like Catberg has sort of found himself after a few of those early misses. He's really still rocking an SS on the hidden. The exact type of performance you want. Oh nah, I have the utmost faith in my caster cursing. It will never happen to me.
Okay.
But yeah, Denmark's looking pretty solid. See if they can hold these combos going into the next Kia section.
Yeah, slight combo advantage from them. 2 FCs to 2, but yeah, just those supporting combos of Denmark. A bit stronger after that miss from Milbus.
Oh no, Catberg is going to break. There it is. Yep, I mean, it's unfortunate, but there's a chance now for New Zealand as the score's just about to flicker over to New Zealand any second now. They're hitting hard rock on the side of Ironville and Poly, giving them a lot of score, but the accuracy is not too high. Short Potato breaking at the end of that stream. Zezus will follow suit with the no mod, so it's we're almost exactly even right now. It is Psyche and Zuma with the high combos versus Ironville and Poly, the 2 hidden hard rock players on the side of Denmark. Remember, this is their pick. Milbus will find a break, but it's matched by Catberg. Every miss is being matched by the opposing team, Zezus, so I'm expecting one on the side of New Zealand any second now, but it hasn't happened.
This is the diff spike, and they're getting through it. All those high combos hitting this diff spike. The combo advantage is not really there for New Zealand because of this overload from Collinville.
The score is so close. Short Potato's going to find a break. Any miss from here on out is catastrophic, but especially on the side of Zuma, Psyche, Pola, and Vil, as they are in the 1400, 1500 range. Any miss for them will be catastrophic. This is mod advantage right now, but it's only 10k. It's 10k. Imulbus finding another break. You need to see one on the side of Denmark, but they're surely going to run away with it, as it is that hidden hard rock advantage. Zuma doing all he can, and so is Psyche with that 99 on Zuma doing so much work. Thesis finds another break. We're going to have to see another break if you're a New Zealand fan right now, because Pola and Vil are shredding. Psyche finding that break is disaster. Oh,
it's all Pola and Vil.
And they'd have to break about now, because look at them. They're going to close this. Oh my god, that was too close
from them.
That was extremely close. Zuma finding his FC finally. And it's going to be an unfortunate loss from the side of New Zealand. But hidden hard rock on Ironville, bringing the FC down. And probably a really nice score. Both the hidden hard rocks are the highest scores on that team. And not to say that it's too crazy on a free mod like that, but certainly really well done, especially on those streams. So hard on the hidden hard rock.
Yeah, those hidden hard rocks really popping off there and pulling their weight. I think the overmod doing just enough for them. You can see Ironville struggling with the accuracy a bit, but it didn't matter. The mod's kind of made up for that loss of act there.
Absolutely.
You know, so he still gets the 950k and Pole as well with a huge combo.
A pretty rare sight. You see the no mod on the free mod being the lowest score in the lobby. Certainly something you don't see very often in these tournaments. But sometimes it just be like that. The hidden hard rocks surely popped off and they were the 2 highest scores, and that overmod just paid off tremendously. Time for New Zealand to bounce back though. Denmark winning their first pick. They lost their first pick, so they finally won their first map pick.
Now New Zealand, where do they pivot to? And I'm kind of looking at that hidden one, because, you know, you take Hard Rock 1 straight away pretty convincingly, which was the aim consistency map pick from Denmark, and Denmark banned hidden 2. So do you go into aim and hidden?
I like hidden 1 a lot, because Zuma's been having a match and he's definitely going to be someone comfortable on a map like hidden 1. And you saw Denmark didn't really have any good combos with their hidden, so I got to say, attacking the hidden players on the side of Denmark might be a strategy for New Zealand, but we just don't know. Also, that entire no mod pool is left over, but they're going to go the DT2, the stamina speed map, I assume. Oh yeah, this map is juice. It's an awesome map. Love seeing satellite maps in today's day and age.
Yeah, we're going to be getting our second Senya map of the tournament. It's going to be in the round of 16 this time round, DT2. And yeah, I mean, this is really your type of map, Monk.
Absolutely, this is This is more playing to the comforts of someone like Azuma, and I'm pretty sure they have a lot of DT players, or they used to have a lot of DT players on their roster. But on the side of Denmark, they are no slouches to the DT as well. It is kind of their weaker side, according to, you know, previous results. Haven't been doing too well on the DT speed map, so this looks like it could be an attack on that. They are looking for that fourth player.
Yeah, New Zealand are pretty solid rostering for this. You know, Zuma, of course, he can kind of play anything. Yoon being their specialized like DT player. Pixay Moo being a very good stream player for New Zealand. And Psyche, of course, insane stream player. And this one is a bit more stamina focused. So, yeah, I think New Zealand are not going to have any issues here. My question is whether or not Denmark can put up a 4-man roster that's going to be able to contest New Zealand's, I'm assuming, pretty strong scores on this.
Yeah, and just the fact that they haven't got that fourth player in is a bit worrying, because, you know, it might be a case of who's our fourth going to be. It could be a case of, you know, they're feeling confident about stepping in, but it might be the opposite, and it might just be like a struggle to fill that slot. So you don't know, only time can tell, but it is going to be Marco Poyo, hoping that's a cool name, hopping in on the side of Denmark. Love that.
Yeah, Marco Poyo stepping in for Denmark, and Pole looking quite good on that free mod too, if I recall correctly from before, so sure he's not going to have any struggles on this type of map, but whether or not the rest of the roster can step up to the plate against New Zealand here, we'll have to see, because I'm expecting some very good scores out of New Zealand on this pick, and I'm expecting a 2-2 here. Balance things out.
I like it. I like the predictions. Always good. But Zuma, he's been playing so well so far. I don't actually know that he's missed yet, because he had the 2 S ranks and just had FC, so Piggy Sasamu off to it. Piggy Sasamu. I'm just going to call him Pigs. Pigs say moo.
Pigs say moo, I think it is, yeah.
They do not, but that's a cool name. Is going to find his first break, his first appearance of the match this evening. Everyone pretty much getting through that intro. Marco Poyo kind of getting off to a rough start in the accuracy department, but it's a long map, 3 minutes here. A lot of time to climb back accuracy, especially to expect to see that out of Zuma as well. Ooh, and he's just starting that stream really early. I am Phil completely bombing that stream as well. They do get through it, which is all that really matters, but no one on New Zealand racking up that many 100s.
Except for Pixay Moo.
Yeah. You can just tell he's slightly not that comfortable on this map, but on Denmark, I'm seeing that on a few more players than just the one from that first stream section. It's not the last.
Why are we 8-weighing right now, halfway through this map? I can't believe no one broke on that long stream, and everyone's going. It's an 8-way at the break. There's no
89
way.
On the side of New Zealand. His score's 150,000 beneath that of the highest. But Mahizuru, who was the highest score on the side of Denmark, has broken. Now Yoon's score is just so much further ahead than those with Loak. And Bill finding another chain 150 on that section. It does matter. You can see the difference in his score and Yoon's. Night and day there, but no breaks on the side of Denmark, just Mahizuru, and New Zealand's really got four FCs going into this 75% way of the map. Four-way on your pick. A 4-way on your pick is tremendous stuff. It would be really good for them, but to close it out is another thing entirely. And it's got to be Pixay Moo finding a second break in the map. Broke early in the intro, but everyone on the side of New Zealand playing this map rather comfortably. Zuma finding a break.
Oh wait.
There's chance Denmark, they all see the break, they all have to FC, and it's on Yoon and Psyche. Yoon's been looking really comfortable though, he's not one to miss on a map like this.
How fast it's going over! It's over! It's flickered already!
Oh my god, it's gone. That was so fast, that was literally an instant. Pixay Moo's act really holding them back on this map, and probably Marco Poyo and Vil, they got through all the streams, and all that matters is that you hit them. You don't have to necessarily get SS Ack on those bursts, as proven. Marco and Vil were falling behind ever so much on those streams, and Yoon was looking so good, but that break from Zuma at the end really did a lot of damage to the side of New Zealand. It was such a close map, and both teams putting up high 3 million scores is great stuff, but Denmark are going to edge out.
Oh my, how can you pick this and get 3.7 mil on it and lose?
Yeah,
lose to Team Denmark that struggled on this kind of map last week. They struggled a lot, and then it's just that supporting score from Mahizuru, I think, just doing more than Pixemu's supporting score, and that kind of pulled them over the line there.
It really does go to show how important it is to just not miss on a map. You can get as many hundreds and 50s as you want, but if the other opponent misses really deep into the map, your score just, that combo carries so much. And Villain Marker, they were falling behind on almost every stream, but they still hit him, and that's all that mattered in the end. Oh, Denmark now with a big advantage. They're going to go... Oh, I thought they were going to go straight into No Mod 2, because I was like, hold on, that's Saiku. He's New Zealand, but what do they go for here? Do they go for a DT1? They looked really good on the DT. Like, that was... I think they had 4-way FC pretty much. Mahiru didn't miss, so they looked really good.
Yeah, look, they've won both the speed maps so far. Like... They've won Fremont 2 and DT2, so, I mean, like, DT3 is an option, but it's still scary into how good New Zealand just played that. Like, can Denmark replicate that, you know? But it's going to be the hidden one.
They do have a pick to kind of, you know, gamble here. They did take a break point, and it's going to be Radiate. This map, this intro, unreal stuff. Love this. Yeah, this map just, it goes so hard. There's always one that just goes unnecessarily hard, and this is it. For this week, I reckon. It's a very long map though. It is so long. This is another one of those maps you can FC for 3 minutes, feel like you've been playing for 5, and then check your score and it's only 400k. Very brutal. Very brutal on the inconsistency. And this one, I don't know how I feel about this pick from Denmark, because like I was saying before, you know, Denmark banned the hidden 2. And New Zealand won the harder of 1 convincingly, so they've just picked into hidden aim, which is both aspects they've either banned or lost during this match. Sorry. So that's a good point, and especially with Zuma playing so well this match, and on a map like this, just hidden aim. I'm pretty sure he's the highest ranked player in this lobby as well. I'm not too sure on the facts there, but I'm almost certain, and definitely notorious for his hidden gameplay. This is the top div? Is this the top div?
I believe so, yeah.
This is so hard. Oh, this is really hard then. For a this got to be one of the harder maps. This intro just full screen jumps at the start, isn't it?
Yeah, straight into it.
Yep. It goes straight into it. Anyone getting out of this, it goes into it, and then it does have its slow parts, especially that outro before the ending. So it just builds up those nerves throughout the map. You'd hope to get off to a really good start. Yep, it just starts with 2 full screen 1-2s.
They're going to be seeing Rumi step in for New Zealand. They're hidden specialist, hidden ult player.
A lot of these misses might be Bancho, but a lot of them might not be. That Rumi one certainly wasn't, as he is on that 90% Emil. Sporting an SS out the gates, but so is Catburger. Everyone looking rather comfortable on this hidden map. Rumi is going to be the second break on the side of New Zealand. Everyone on the side of Denmark holding rather nicely through that intro. Polo must have found an early break. We kind of missed it, but I always get so nervous for the players on SS. Oh, Short Potato's just got to find another miss. Denmark's pick. Oh, getting through this intro is such a score boost, as there's so much slow combo in this slow part. And Emil and Rumi both finding a break on that repeat slider.
Yeah, there's a very awkward jump there that's overlapped on top of the slider. And Emilbus and Rumi both find a miss on it. Just Zuma.
Yep, there's so much from Denmark. And incredible stuff out of the intro on a map like this. It just kicks off instantly, and incredible stuff from the side of Denmark. Bouncing off that DT to now this they're looking really good.
Yeah, I mean, Denmark just making me look stupid right now. Yeah, I said this was a good pick for New Zealand. They're just
look at him. Yeah, I mean, you can never be too right, but this flow part is a lot of score on the side of Denmark with 4 pretty much FCs. This is so damaging. A single break here on the side of New Zealand would almost cost them on the spot. This slow part goes for like a minute and a half. and the nerves just building up, especially Zuma. You gotta hope he hasn't checked the score, because if you see it's just you, it really does put a lot of pressure on you. And on the side of Denmark, if you can see that you've got a lead here, it kind of eases the pressure a bit. Catburger looking solid on this map.
This is a great performance from Denmark right now. I mean, even all full combo up to this and not missing the intro. I mean, Pole, I believe, finding a miss at the very start, but yeah, incredible stuff.
We'll just say the 4 FCs, because like this is a performance worthy of, you know, your top 1 to 3 teams, really. And Toilet's got to find a break as soon as the second KR starts. Rumi did miss right before it, so still heavy advantage on the side of Denmark. We need to see breaks from their key players, and Bill being one of them, and Pole another one. It's this Catburger. Hold on, we're only halfway through the map. No one else. And Mill finding another break, so it's Zuma Short versus Cat right now. Short is going to fall. It might just be the Zuma Catburger. And realistically, you're going to have to see a break from Catburger right now, because Zuma's only going to get another 400,000 at most.
Catburger needs to miss. If Catburger misses in this section, there's a chance for New Zealand.
I don't know. It's, the side of Denmark sort of crumbling. Zuma looking ever so comfortable on this map. Catburger, though, has he found his stride in this match?
Oh, yeah, he has. He's looking too good, I think. I think he's held on for long enough at this point.
Oh, more misses on the side of Denmark, but it's all too late. Catburger has gotten them through this. Look at his accuracy, a 99.7. So composed, so poised, looking to carry Denmark over to this map, but it really was a solid team effort to get to this point. Just 4 FCs out of that intro was nonsense. And Zuma really, the story of New Zealand for the past 2 years, it's just Zuma popping off on every single map. The rest of the country doing what they can to catch up, but he's just so good.
Yeah, he's so good, but Catburger is there to mirror his score, and in fact beat it out with a 99.4%. Well, drops 100, but insane play from Catburger there, securing the point for Denmark. And yeah, the rest of their players, no scores to scoff at. Almost 600k from the rest of them.
Yeah, and even on the side of New Zealand, like it's such an like typical score, like between the 400 to 600k. That's usually what you're going to get out of a map like this. And FC is just incredible. To not miss once on a map like this seriously is just a testament to your skill, because it's just so much aim. Unfortunate there from Emil with the 4-100s. Accuracy doing really well, but Catburger with a phenomenal score. 10-100 FC on a map like that is crazy stuff.
Yeah, and it's New Zealand's last chance now, as it will be their pick to start to mount a comeback. They're going to need to win 3 points back to back, which means 2 picks of their own and 1 break point, which isn't out of the question.
I'm liking some no mod here, because we've kind of we've tried the DT, we've tried the free mods. Really, no mod's the only thing left up, but what sort of no mod are we going to go for?
It's got to be no mod 2, right?
I'm thinking no mod 2.
New Zealand is just a stream team, right?
Very familiar with New Zealand personally, as a lot of Australian and New Zealand players, we kind of play those regional tournaments alongside that country, and I got to say that entire nation on a no mod 2, it's one of their strong points. It might be the map though. But yeah, and you got Zuma on a no mod 4. There's just, when you got a player like Zuma who can sort of play everything at a really high level, you kind of just ask your next best what they're feeling, and it's going to be the no mod 2. Not too surprising there. You've got no mod 2 specialists on the side of New Zealand, notoriously Saiku and Zuma looking to do really well on a map like this, but we'll see what they get. Have they got their entire roster here? Because there's a lot of players we haven't seen play on the side of New Zealand. We haven't seen Big Z step in yet, one of their older players. He's been around, one of their vet players.
Yeah, dedicated stream player as well, so I would expect him to be stepping in here. If he's here, that is, because I have not seen him play a map yet in this tournament, so
he might not just be there. But on the side of Denmark, it looks like they're going to be keeping Vil, Toilet Paper and Pollen. Catburger may be sitting this one out. Gotta wonder who they put in for this one. I don't think we've seen Vanderby yet. Everyone else has played, and Ayame as well.
And New Zealand and Denmark both getting 2.7 mil on the qualifiers no mod 2, so I'm expecting this one to be pretty close. But New Zealand having a slight roster change. They had Emil Bus play in the qualifiers, and Short Potato is actually going to be stepping into this one. And Short Potato wasn't present during their qualifiers. And Emil Bus isn't much of a No Mod 2 player. Yeah, so seeing Short Potato step in here is a very good thing for New Zealand. I think definitely they would have gotten a better score than they did in the qualifiers with Short Potato. So good sign for New Zealand moving into this pick.
Yep. It's going to be Mahi, can't say that name, Mahisu Toilet Poleville on the side of Denmark. We've seen Vil and Pole kind of play every map this match, so looking like the core for the side of Denmark. Of course, they've had some key vets leave the team. I think most likely like Sporklover was one of the key players that Denmark lost. I know there's another player at the top of my head. I can't remember who it was. Is it GN or is he?
No, he's
Netherlands. Norway, that's right. Always mix those countries up.
I don't remember. I think Denmark did lose another really good player, but I don't recall either. But yeah, like you said, Pole and I am Vil, 2 core players for Denmark. Actually, both playing every single map in the qualifiers, except for Vil skipping out on those speed maps. So
yeah, but he did his part on the DTs in that free mod speed map today. So good stuff from him. But we're getting off to this. This could be New Zealand's last chance this OWC. This is the losers bracket match. Everything on the line for New Zealand. Will they finally advance to that next stage? Would be a personal best for the country.
And the start of this No Mod 2 is relatively chill, so I'm not expecting early breaks out of really anybody, but if we were to see an early break in the first quarter of this map, maybe in the first third, that would be quite bad, considering this map is... Well, it is over 3 minutes, a bit longer than I recall, but, first third of this map, very crucial to hold on. This
is one of those maps where the song itself is enough to put pressure on you, as it's just such a notorious song for those older players. This map, of course, Oceania is having that ranked set. Everyone's played that one, but Short Potato going to be finding the first break. It's a chain miss, so a lot of score lost there. Everyone on the side of Denmark looking good. New with the second break, so it was just Zuma and Psycho on the side of New Zealand. Nothing new. Everyone on the side of Denmark looking good. Those sliders into that huge space stream. Toilet player.
Oh my god.
Dude, Toilet player, how does he actually combo that with so many 100s? You'd think he'd fall off, but just clutching it up and maintaining that combo is so key in this tournament setting. 4 FCs now. If Denmark can get through this section, they're surely running away with this. Psyche's going to chain miss the intro of that stream, and it's just Zuma, Toilet, and Mayu finding another break. So it is the story of Zuma carrying New Zealand here, versing Pole and Vil, and he's going to find his break, so it's complete advantage to the side of Denmark. As Pole and Vil, the 2 players who've been stepping up, Pole finding his break, now it's Vil's turn. But he's not gonna, as he gets through the intro, the only player to get through the first half, and look at that, everyone sees it. They know who it is in the lobby. It's up to Iron Vil.
Yeah, and unless Vil finds a miss in the next 5 seconds maybe, I think it might be it for New Zealand. Denmark playing phenomenally for a majority of these maps today.
Second half. Really, the second half of this match in general, they lose their first map. And then they just propelled so forward, because these team scores are just incredible stuff. Everyone on the side of New Zealand sporting a 97. Zuma the only outlier with the 99, but no one really stepping up to the plate in this map. And
Vil.
There was a chance there. If everyone broke, Vil's going to break, and 75% of the way through, 300k apiece. We'd have to see Catastrophe on the side of Denmark, but they all look rather poised, and that break in the middle of the map doing them wonders.
Some of these streams look so brutal.
They're so tough. This is such a hard map. The spacing on this map. Last No Mod 2 was such a stamina focused map, but this one really does push both the stamina and the aim, the flow aim. It's just so spaced. No one really stepping up to get a really outlying score. It was kind of just a better team average on the side of Denmark, and that's just what it takes, and they will be advancing to that next match. As New Zealand will be taking their departure from this OWC. And gosh, they had some really good team scores. Zuma had a match, as he always does, but it just wasn't enough to bring his team over the hurdle. A very good team effort. And everyone had their moments on the side of Denmark, everyone having their individual pop-offs, but it was really Ironville and Pole, just the foundation of what Denmark's built, and Catburger on that hidden one was something else.
Yeah, Denmark today, I think they played extremely well. I think it all started with that break point on DT2, and they kind of just went off from there. That was a huge performance out of them.
Yep.
Yeah, a point they weren't expected to win.
How important momentum and mentality is in these team settings. Once you get a break point, you can fall to a break point, but all it takes is seeing that FC on the ball. Once you get an FC, it really does raise the confidence levels, and you play with such, confidence to just do your best and not be afraid of what it is. But there it is. Denmark's are you winner of this match. I do believe they were the favourites according to the pick'ems, but New Zealand didn't make it too easy on them.
Yeah, New Zealand, big props to them. Commiserations to New Zealand for showing up in this tournament and for qualifying for the first time in, I believe, 3 years. I believe the last time they qualified was either 2020 or 2019. So I believe it was 2019. So really good to see them come into this OWC and put up a match for us. But that is going to be it. Congratulations to Team Denmark moving on in the loser bracket and saying goodbye to New Zealand. So big GG to them. And thank you very much, New Zealand, for playing. Thank you all for watching this match. I believe